All right, let's talk about the tool that's got everyone buzzing, OpenClaw. It's being sold as this incredible, powerful AI that can act as your personal chief of staff. But there's a huge catch. There's a story the hype just isn't telling you, and it's a story of some pretty serious risks that we really need to get into.
But before we get to the scary stuff, let's start with the dream, because man, it is a powerful one. If you're a founder, if you're a CEO, this question right here probably hits you right where you live. You're pouring your most valuable hours into just managing chaos instead of actually building your company. But what if that could change, like starting tomorrow?
And this is the dream. This is OpenClaw. I mean, think of it like Jarvis from Iron Man, but it's for your business. It's this brilliant AI that you host yourself on your own systems so it can securely connect to your email, your calendar, your CRM, everything. It's designed to handle all the noise, automating replies, scheduling, summarizing, so you can finally focus. On paper, it's perfect.
But here's where that perfect dream starts to get a little nightmarish. See, that whole self-hosted thing, it sounds amazing for privacy, right? But what it really does is open up a complete Pandora's box of problems that you're just not going to see mentioned on GitHub or in those viral posts.
This quote right here just says it all, doesn't it? For every success story you hear, I promise you there are dozens of people who just smash into a wall of technical frustration and give up. That whole DIY path is just littered with abandoned projects and so much wasted time.
And even if you do have a successful setup, and I'm using air quotes here, it is not quick. We're talking 2, maybe 3 hours of just wrestling with Docker, fighting with Node.js, and staring at error messages you can't even decipher. That's half a workday just to get the thing running, and that's if you've got the tech skills to begin with.
And the pain, it is not just about your time. It's about your money. We've heard these horror stories of users getting absolutely slammed with surprise bills. We're talking $3,600 monthly API bills. And why? Because one little misconfiguration, one little automation that gets stuck in a loop, with no cost controls built in, your bill can just explode. No warning at all.
But look, a frustrating setup and a shocking bill, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real story, the one that every single person thinking about this needs to hear, is a critical security crisis that runs so much deeper.
So get this, according to security researchers over at Kaspersky, there are more than 135,000 OpenClaw instances right now, today, exposed to the public internet. That is a truly mind-boggling number of wide-open front doors into people's private data.
And this is where it gets really terrifying. Of all those exposed systems, a staggering 63% are classified as vulnerable. Just let that sink in for a second. The majority of people who actually get this thing up and running are using an insecure tool, basically leaving their digital front door wide open, and they don't even know it.
So, what makes this so incredibly dangerous? Well, security experts have a name for it, the lethal trifecta. First, the AI has the keys to the kingdom, all your private data. Second, it's constantly taking in untrusted stuff from the outside world, like sketchy emails. And third, it has the power to act as you, to send emails, to send DMs. A breach isn't just a leak. It's like having a hacker actively working from inside your own office.
And believe me, this isn't just a theory. Researchers uncovered a campaign they called Claw Havoc. They found 335 malicious skills that have been uploaded to the official ClawHub marketplace. They look like crypto tools, but they were actually designed to steal passwords, API keys, and private credentials right from the people who downloaded them.
So, you're basically at a crossroads. You've got one path, the do-it-yourself route, which, as we've seen, is just full of complexity, surprise costs, and frankly, massive security risks. Then, there's another path, a managed path, one that's designed to let you sidestep all that danger.
So the big question is, how do you get that amazing promise of an AI chief of staff without taking on all of the peril? Well, a new approach has started to pop up, a managed service. It's where you basically outsource all of that complicated, risky setup and security work to experts who know exactly what they're doing. So instead of you fighting with Docker for hours, the whole process becomes really structured and simple. It kicks off with a discovery call where a provider learns exactly what you need. Then they go and build you a hardened, secure instance and integrate all your tools the right way. And the final piece is this fine-tuning period, where they work with you to tweak the AI until it feels like a perfect extension of you.
And the end result? It's a completely different world from that DIY mess. The goal is a totally secure instance, 0% vulnerable. All your essential tools are integrated from day one,
And crucially, you get a real-time cost dashboard with budget alerts. So that $3,600 surprise bill, yeah, that never ever happens.
Okay, so once all those technical nightmares and security headaches are taken care of, what does that original dream actually feel like in practice? What does it feel like to have it running safely and reliably?
Well, imagine this. Your day doesn't start with that gut punch of an overflowing inbox anymore. Instead, you get a simple 2-minute brief on WhatsApp, perfectly curated by your AI, showing you just a handful of things that truly need your eyes on them. Everything else, it's already being handled.
And your calendar is no longer a chaotic game of Tetris. Your AI is actively guarding your deep work blocks. It's smart enough to decline those low-priority meeting requests and optimize your whole schedule for what actually matters. You are finally back in control of your own time.
And the ultimate prize from making this shift, 10 to 15 hours. That's 10 to 15 hours of high-value strategic time that you get back every single week. That's time you can pour back into building your company, talking to your customers, thinking about the big picture instead of just drowning in your inbox. And just for some context, here's what the pricing for a service like this typically looks like. You've usually got a one-time fee to handle all that secure setup and integration, and then a monthly fee that covers the hardened hosting, the ongoing support, and of course, the proactive security monitoring.
Now, to get things rolling and build up some case studies, it's pretty common for these services to launch with some kind of intro offer. You know, something like 50% off that initial setup fee for the first handful of founders who book a demo.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. Right now, are you actually managing your company, or are you just managing your inbox? Because if the answer is your inbox, well, it might be time to start looking for a new way to work.